Good morning, everybody. It is Tuesday, October 23rd, and welcome to 15 Minutes of Fierce with Lisa Copeland. I look a little bit different today than I normally do. I know that. I've got to go down to Houston and visit some clients, and so I was up at the crack of dawn. But I am so excited to talk to you today about what I'm going to talk about because you guys know I've been going over the book Outwitting the Devil, the book that changed my life because it changed my thinking. So I want to say good morning to those of you fierce ones that are on this morning. Anthony and Lisa, Melissa, Trendy, Michelle, Edwin, Julia, Josh, Subaru Steve, Renee Ferguson. Good grief, Greg, y'all are on it today. Okay, so I want to talk about, so you guys know I've been covering the 7 principles of success, the 7 principles that Hill talks about in his book, Outwitting the Devil, to be able to just take control of your life. And this one, I believe, is the most powerful, and we're going to spend some time on it. And I want you guys to tell me what you think. Leave it in the comments, and this is going to be important. Today, we're going to cover the power of association. Boom. You are the sum of the 5 people that you hang out with. And I thought about that this morning. I think about it all the time because I'm really careful about who I hang out with. And yesterday, I had on the show Renee Bangelsdorf, who's the co-author of Crushing Mediocrity. You can see the book in the background. And, with her stand-up movement. And I thought, like, that's my best friend. And she's out and she's teaching the world how to stand up and find your voice. That's who I spend my time with, including amazing other people that are out to change the world. My friend Melinda Garvey, who founded On the Dot Woman. I think about her where she puts out 4 minutes of content, relatable role models. It's an audio newsletter to help women have a relatable role model. Like, who do you associate with? Laura, good morning. Trendy, Edwin, Kaboom, right? Nigel, how are you? Sherry Matthews, I've missed you, girlfriend. So I'm glad to see you're on. I'll tell you, Sherry is another world changer that I hang out with. She's in my 5 people that matter the most. She invented a Heal in Comfort, a shirt that helps women heal in dignity after a mastectomy. Yeah, who do you hang out with? Do you hang out with people that want to change the world? Or do you want to hang out with people that disrupt your world? Who are those people? Who are you going to hang out with? Ricky Miller, good morning. Iona, good morning. Sherry, I already talked about Melinda on the Dot Woman. Absolutely. So who are your top 5 partners in crime? That's really going to be your homework today. When we get done with the show, I want you to think about who the top 5 people are that you hang out with. And then I want you to define why you hang out with them. Now, and it's interesting because I wrote here in my notes, and you guys see when I'm looking down, I'm reading from my own notes, from doing my own homework. But it says most of your life will look like the top 5 people you hang out with. And it's interesting because the power of association doesn't really change during your lifetime. You're either going to hang out with really big thinkers and really great people, or you're going to hang out with what I call fan clubs, right? And that's somebody who doesn't like to be challenged. See, I learned a long time ago, I don't want to be the smartest person in the room. I really don't. I want to be the dumbest person in the room. Because if that's the case, then I'm hanging out with some really, really big world changers. Like, what do you guys think about that? Sherry, she says, hang out with people who feed your soul, top 5. Anthony says, oh, welcome first-time viewer, Scott Mars. Well, hello, Scott Mars. Anthony, I can always count on you. And by the way, Anthony, I loved your Facebook post today where you told your story. I think you're a world changer. I think you're somebody who has just made life happen on your terms, and I think you're amazing. Alex says, what if you don't have your 5 people? Good question. How do you surround yourself with affluential people who you will grow with? Now, Alex, that's an excellent question, by the way, but I want to caveat that. I don't think you should be intentional and go, okay, I want to hang out with the 5 most affluential people I can because they're going to do something for me. Okay, I want you to try to find 5 people, but right now, 5 might be too many. Find one who has similar goals, who has similar ideas, who aligns with you business-wise. Like, for example, I tend to hang out with women that want to change the world. Really, I think about Melinda, Sherry, Renee, LB, Rebecca Contreras, who worked for President Bush, my dear friend Angel Goff. Like, I look at those people who I spend the most amount of time with, and they're all on their own mission. But I didn't go out and find them. I think the universe, there's that whole law of attraction, and I really believe in the law of attraction. And that's how I found these women. We found each other because we hung out in the same kind of places. We hung out at fundraisers. We hung out at rallies. We hung out at things that would have naturally brought us together. I hope that helps. I think that makes sense. Jill Walls, how are you? And that was a great question. I agree. Jill says, like-minded people. Ginger says, good morning, good fierce morning. Yeah. Okay. So Subaru Steve, wow. Who are my five? My wife, Anthony, you, Lisa Copeland, Sean Hayes, and Dave Benson. These folks inspire me and hold me accountable. Oh, well, thanks. That's really an honor. And I got to meet you for the first time in Orlando. And but you know what, Steve? That's a great point. You may not know the people. You may not meet the people yet. But so what I call those are relatable role models. Like, who are people that you want to follow? Like, I personally think, I think about people I don't know, that I don't hang out with. And I left out my other very, very dear world-changing friend, Sharon Lecter. Hello. I mean, she's really the one who taught me about law of attraction, introduced me to Napoleon Hill, and of course the 30 million books she wrote. And she's somebody who challenges me all the time. Who are these people? But who are people that you can follow? So for me, like, I would say a celebrity that I follow that I think is fantastic is Brene Brown. Why do I like her? And I don't know that I'll ever meet her. I'd love to. So Brene, if you're watching, let's hang out. But I don't know that I'll ever meet her, but she's somebody I like because she's just really raw. She says it like it is. And I listen to her books all the time. And I'm kind of a person who says it like it is. I'm probably the most unfiltered person in my group of 5 people I hang out with. And the person I think I have shock value with the most sometimes is my friend Sharon Lecter. Sometimes I'll say something. She's like, my dear. Lisa, how are you? See, sometimes to meet the people, you need to get rid of the toxic ones to make room and space. Girl, is that not the truth? Seriously. I mean, I have had toxic people in my life, and I cut them. I mean, you need to consider them like cancer. And, how would you define a toxic person? I define him as somebody who doesn't bring value, somebody who doesn't have the same moral compass, somebody who doesn't believe. Now, for me personally, somebody who isn't out trying to change the world. Like, I am a firm believer that we have a responsibility. We were placed on this earth to do something bigger with the talents. I've got different talents and gifts than every single one of you, but I want to use those talents for good. And you guys have heard me say it before. I want to inspire others to inspire others. That's why I became a professional speaker. That's why I get on a stage, whether it's 200 people in the room, 2,000 or 10,000. And yes, I'm on those stages with 10,000 people in the room. And I still feel like I know that there might only be one person in that room that I'm going to say something to that might change their life. And you know what I feel like? Then it's mission accomplished, because then they're going to go tell somebody else. You see, I just believe in that. That's where the law of attraction comes in. Sherry says, yes, follow Sharon Lecter. Abso-freaking-lutely. Now that you think, who are your top 5 partners in crime? So, think about your friends, your family, your work family. I want you to make that list. And and the list may change after you kind of really, and then write out what are their 5 top attributes. Patrick, good morning. I am all in on the law of attraction. Absolutely. I think there's a reason all of us get up at 6:45 in the morning. And I hope that there's a day that we're all going to meet. My dream is to have this big, fierce conference in Austin, Texas, where everybody comes and the tickets are not crazy expensive. I really just want to cover the cost of the venue and bring everybody in and just have this like giant mastermind. Melissa says, yes. Trendy says, great morning show. Naomi says, the last year was season of cleansing for me. You go, girl. It was beautiful. Once the toxic people were removed, I began to flourish with positive people who stepped into my life. You're right, Naomi. We've got to make room for the people that will change our life. I did a big cleanse in the last year. I mean, even those of you follow me on Facebook, I've even started doing it on Facebook. I mean, I got rid of like 150, 200 people yesterday, and I only got through A and B. Then I added a bunch of people that I see that follow me. And I'm like, those are my people. I'm bringing those people into my tribe, into my life, into my private Facebook group, right? I mean, if somebody wants to get up and do 6:45 in the morning with me 7 days a week, well, then guess what? You get to be in my inner circle. You get to be on my private Facebook page. You are my people. So if this message is resonating with you, you guys are commenting like crazy, so I love you for that. But if this message is resonating, I want you to invite people to join this show in the morning. I want to build a powerful tribe. I've got this vision in 2019. We're going to bring everybody to Austin, Texas. We're not selling $1,000 tickets. No, we're going to sell enough again to cover lunch in a venue. And we're going to put together these big mastermind groups where like-minded people can come together and change the world. That's why I do what I do. What is my day job? I work in the automotive industry and I love it. And I'm heading to Houston today because a dealer's bringing me in to do a crushing mediocrity talk to their sales team, right? But that's my day job. This is my passion. This is what I know I was put on this earth to do. I've got friends who are pastors who run mega churches. That's what they were put on this earth to do. I am somebody that I root for the underdog. And Renee, my co-author, who you guys met yesterday, she'll tell you that about me. All my friends will tell you that about me. Man, you mess with one of my friends, you have taken on the whole trailer park with me. And I want to root for everybody, all of you. Aaron Sheiks, positive people, 100%, might also hold me accountable, just like I do for them. Aaron, I'm going to call you on the way to Houston, by the way. Ann Casper, good morning. Greg, moving towards limited association for some, disassociate with others. Ooh, I like that. Think about limited association, y'all, because sometimes you can't cut someone out of your life because they sit in the cubicle next to you, right? Josh says, your show is getting better and better, Lisa. Oh God, thank you guys. And thank you for that feedback. I'm trying, right? I've never hosted a daily show. And my good friend, Frank Lopes, he's so cute. Frankie, my younger brother, he'll send me show notes about 3 days a week. And he's like, Lisa, you killed it here. Get rid of this, talk more about this. And I appreciate it. I totally appreciate it. I spoke in Vegas last week and I was wearing jeans because I wanted to get different kind of footage. And my friend Brian Benstock sent me a note and he says, you can tell me to go whatever. He said, but I don't like you on stage in jeans. Like, I think you need to do this. So I think when that inner circle comes around you and holds you accountable, iron sharpens iron. And many of us don't know each other, but I'm going to use the word yet. My dream, start looking at what fares and what it costs you to fly or drive to Austin, Texas in February or March. Like I said, we're not doing crazy ticket prices. We're going to cover the price of the venue and we're all going to meet and we're going to break bread together and we're going to get to know each other. Paul, Lisa, you will change the world. Thank you. Anthony, laws of attraction. Patrick, wow, awesome idea. Austin 2019, right? We got to get together. I got to get a venue that's big enough, but I've got one in mind. I called on it yesterday. Because it's like, I can't do mornings with all of you and not meet you at some point in time. But more importantly, that you guys don't meet each other. Oh, I love it. Like, I'm so fired up about it. Subaru Steve, yet I love it. Yet. Future dress for success, Hampton Roads. Okay, you got to explain that one to me, Steve. I appreciate you and your videos, Heather. So positive and inspiring. Thank you. Jill Walls says she will be there. Yeah, because Ken and you are going to have to run the technical side of it. If you guys are not doing business with Jill and Ken Walls, you need to be. They are amazing. They've done all my websites, my speaker site, my business site. Ken is my technical guru and Jill is my design guru. Ginger, I've always wanted to go to Texas. Now I have a reason to meet my tribe. Larry says, I definitely have to watch the law of attraction. I will follow. I will ask to believe. I follow, ask, believe, receive. Amen. Robin says, love this idea. Trendy says, girl power. Oh my gosh, y'all. Okay, we are at the end of the 7 a.m. But seriously, so like law of attraction, I'm putting it in the universe. I want you guys to start saving now. I will have a date for you very quickly so you can buy tickets at like really cheap. Like Frontier Airlines, you can fly in anywhere to Austin, Texas for like under $200. And I want to have a fierce, I want to show the world what happens when you bring together the most committed people who commit to be fierce, fearless, take initiative, engage, be relentless, be committed to crush approval addiction, and then execute, and we're going to execute. We're going to come on to Austin, Texas, and we're going to come together and we're going to plan that every one of us has the biggest 2019 in the history of the world. I will see you guys. Naomi says she's going to be there. I will see you guys tomorrow morning at 6:45. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Like I said, I'm so grateful for all of you that tune in every single morning. Share it, like it, love it, comment, and I will see you tomorrow. Austin, Texas, 2019. My new hashtag. Bye-bye, y'all.